If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. Always acknowledge fault, frankly. This will throw those in authority off guard and give you an opportunity to make a choice. Wrinkles should merely indicate where the smiles have been. The truth must be served like a coat and not thrown in the face like a wet towel. Be careful about reading health books. You may die of a misprint. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Anger is an asset that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you too can become great. Eat a live frog first thing in the morning. Nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence in society. By land, they're not making it anymore. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it thousands of times. Never argue with a fool. Onlookers may not be able to tell the difference. When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant. I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years. Always obey your parents when they are present. This is the best policy in the long run because if you don't, they will make you. When your friends begin to flatter you on how young you look, it's a sure sign you're getting old. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. Men will do many things to get themselves loved. They will do all things to get themselves envied. Do something every day that you don't want to do. This is the golden rule for acquiring the habit of doing your duty without pain. Only 2 things we'll regret on deathbed: that we are little loved and little traveled. We lavish gifts upon children, but the most precious gift, a personal association which means so much to them, we give grudgingly. No woman or man really knows what perfect love is until they have been married a quarter of a century. The most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Let us live so that when we come to die, even the undertaker will be sorry. Everyone is a moon and has a dark side which he never shows to anybody. Of all the animals, man is the only one that is cruel. He is the only one that inflicts pain for the pleasure of doing it. Concerning the difference between man and the jackass, some observers hold that there isn't any. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Do right, and you will be conspicuous. I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. A man should not be without morals. It is better to have bad morals than none at all. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and success is sure. Be good, and you will be lonesome. Better a broken promise than none at all. Circumstances make man, not man's circumstances. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not your brain. Man will do many things to get himself loved. He will do all things to get himself envied. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits. To get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with. In order to make a man or a boy covet a thing, it is only necessary to make the thing difficult to attain. Grief can take care of itself, but to get the full value of joy, you must have somebody to divide it with. Whatever a man's age, he can reduce it by several years by putting a bright colored flower in his buttonhole. All say, how hard is it that we have to die? A strange complaint coming from the mouths of people who have had to live. There's no sadder sight than a young pessimist. When people do not respect us, we're sharply offended. Yet in his private heart, no man respects himself much. The lack of money is the root of all evil. A truth is not hard to kill, and a lie told well is immortal. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. Unexpected money is a delight. The same sum is bitterness when you expect more. It is better to deserve honors and not have them than to have them and not deserve them. The human race has only one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. Patriot, the person who can holler the loudest without knowing what he is hollering about. After all these years, I see that I was mistaken about Eve in the beginning. It is better to live outside the garden with her than inside it without her. In certain trying circumstances, urgent circumstances, desperate circumstances, profanity furnishes a relief denied even to prayer. Life is short. Break the rules. Forgive quickly. Kiss slowly. Love truly. Laugh uncontrollably. And never regret anything that makes you smile. I have found out that there ain't no sure way to find out whether you like people or hate them than to travel with them. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. No civilization can be perfect until the exact equality between men and women is included. Never marry a woman who has had sex with her own ego, for it'll always take precedence over you. There are several good protections against temptations, but the surest is cowardice. By trying, we can easily learn to endure adversity. There are not enough morally brave men in stock. We are out of moral courage material. Human pride is not worthwhile. There's always something lying in wait to take the wind out of it. An honest man in politics shines more than he would elsewhere. A lie can travel halfway around the world, while the truth is putting its shoes on. When in doubt, tell the truth. Loyalty to the country always. Loyalty to the government when it deserves it. The man who was a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. April 1. This is a day upon which we are reminded of what we are on the other 364. An intelligent person never shares three things with anyone: their innermost fears, past regrets, and ultimate excuse for showing up late. Pessimist, the optimist who didn't arrive. Good breeding consists in concealing how much we think of ourselves and how little we think of the other person. It is the little conveniences that make the real comfort of life. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. To be busy is man's only happiness. Be careless in your dress if you must, but keep a tidy soul. No real gentleman will tell the naked truth in the presence of the ladies. Do not complain about growing old. It is a privilege denied to many. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it.